Hey folks, we're back! I know, it's been quite a while. But I thought I'd give you guys a little special installment of Scream Bloody Music. Yeah. But as we dive in to this episode, it's just one of those like obscure kind of things. I mean, you guys are probably gonna be like me, like, the fuck's wrong with you? This is different than anything before. Well, you know what? Sometimes it pays off to be different. But um, you know, we're looking at a certain band that I absolutely love. I love their first album because their first album has their biggest hit. But what people don't know is how good the album is. Because people have those things where it's like, oh, they could have a single, this, that, the other. Oh, the single's the only best thing off the album. Well, in this case, it's not with this band. I mean, I originally got the album because of the one hit wonder. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm like, oh, I recognize this song. I'm gonna turn around and listen to the album because why the fuck not? But today, it's gonna be the pop rock band, The Romantics. I know you're thinking, the fuck? Why? Why? Why these guys? Why? Well, as you all know, the Romantics have the hit What I Like About You. I mean, it's been used like every fucking where you go. I mean, literally everywhere. Even like Poison covered it, for God's sakes. I mean, like, really? But honestly, this is their, I believe this is their debut album. Let me check. Yeah, this is their debut album. It looks like they might possibly put out two albums in 1 year, but yeah, this is What I Like About You has to be their biggest hit besides Talking in Your Sleep, I think, at this point. Because I hear Talking with Your Sleep all the fucking time on Walmart radio and I want to like bash my head into the wall. Because it's obvious it's annoying. And I work for Walmart and hearing Talking in Your Sleep play like 3 times in an hour on Walmart radio is just irritating. I'd rather take What I Like About You off this album. But I bought this originally at Goodwill 50 cents, 25 cents, something like that. Obviously, the actual LP is beat up, but no, I took it home. I put it on the record player and I played it. It's nice. The inside's beat up a little bit, as I can't fucking get it back in now. Wonderful. But this is actually one of those albums that I want. Now I want kind of on CD, so I have it. Instead of just digitally. Well, what happens if they fucking pull it from all digital outlets? Well, I want it. I have a physical copy, but I want another physical copy. But, you know, when looking at this album, you're just like, four guys, fucking leather suits. Why? And honestly, that is a good question. Why? But the band brought it with this album because I mean, as I'm going to pull up, I have it pulled up on Spotify here, folks, because I'm not tech savvy. Kidding. You have What I Look in Your Eyes, which I do have to say, I've heard that one quite a bit. I really have. Tell It to Carrie, First in Line, Keep in Touch. That's definitely one that I've uh, at least uh, heard enough of. Girl Next Door, What I Like About You. She's Got Everything, Till I See You Again, which is another good one. Hung on You, Little White Lies. Little White Lies is a pretty good one too, I have to say. Give Me One More Chance. They're all good songs, all short, because the album's only 11 songs and it's 30 minutes, 37 minutes, so it's about 40 minutes. Kind of low on the spectrum, but I mean, this album is definitely one of those pop rock albums where, most pop rock albums just, or pop rock bands were just a one hit wonder type of deal. I have to say, the Romantics were more than that. Honestly, they really were. And they should have been at least a little bit bigger, just a little bit. But I mean, they had it. They had it. I mean, with this first album, I mean, come on. Let me go back. Because it's definitely like. I mean, it's definitely like a 50s, 60s vibe of things, you know, when it comes to this album. I mean, even. I mean, I mean, even kind of a punk vibe there. Catch it? I've listened to this album a lot. I just caught it. That bass line. I mean, come on. I mean, and the classic. Kind of. There's a small punky vibe. A little bit. I mean, come on. Okay. But as you get what I'm going with that, it's definitely so poppy. But if you notice, there's a little punk vibe, a little teeny weeny punk vibes shoved in to the music. I just kind of noticed that. I mean, this is 1980, I think it is. Maybe? Fuck. Alright. Let's look at the vinyl. 1979. So there you go. So definitely possible hints of punk going on. I mean, if you want something that's not totally, I wouldn't say awful or terrible, but something along those lines of where it's cheesy, even lyrically cheesy. This album is perfect for that. But also too is this album is just perfect to be thrown on at any time. You know, it's good. As awful as it actually might be, it's still good. You know, I've listened to the other romantic albums, and to be honest, nothing that they put out after this album was decent enough as this album. I mean, yeah, you got hits here and there type of thing, but it's not like, you know, and I've listened to full album. I've listened to the full albums. I just don't go, I'm just going to listen to this song. Just going to listen to that song. Listen to that song. Kind of thing. No, I went track by track by track by track to listen to the whole album. Nothing beats this in the Romantics catalog. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, their tones changed and stuff like that, and they kind of kept the same thing, but you just can't hold a candle to that. And even like most terrible like pop rock bands at the time, nah, man, they're all one hit wonders with like maybe one good album, or they put out an album and half of it was good. You know, with these guys, dude, their debut album, fucking fantastic, self-titled, everything. Come on, I love it. I mean, it's really, really, really excellent. I was really surprised when I brought this home. Fuck, it was probably about 10 years ago. And it was just like, wow, this is this is bad, but it's not that bad. Cuz I mean, I've listened to terrible music. Terrible music. Even music nowadays that sounds like shit doesn't compare to this. This isn't an awful as some of the music that we get today. That's maybe even on the radio airwaves today. This isn't as bad. This really isn't, and everything else. But you know, it's you give it a listen to, wherever you wherever you can get your music, wherever you can find your music. If you want to buy a copy on vinyl, probably cheap. Cheap as all hell, honestly. Even CDs, YouTube, Spotify, anywhere, Apple Music, you can probably find this thing. And I definitely give it a listen to, and just forget about doing what I like about you. I mean, just listen to the rest of the album. It's excellent. If you heard the production for it, this, that, and the other, you know, it made it sound so tight. You know, it's so good. You know, I honestly listen to it at times, and I mean, it's good. And the Romantics only put out one, two, three, four, 5 albums, and that's it. And 2 compilations, as far as the Spotify has. But as the albums, you know, it's just like nothing's as good as that, you know. And Spotify lies when it tells you what what songs. Because honestly, I can't believe there's been over like as many people as there are on this that have listened to fucking Talking Minds to Sleep. Fuck that. You know. But you gotta listen to the Romantics. At least their debut album. You know, is you probably will all go, it's so cringy, it's so awful. No, I highly recommend it. I really, really recommend listening to that album. At least putting in your rotation so that there's something different. That there's something, I wouldn't say softer, but just something that's different, that's more mellow rock based, more or less. You know? I mean, it's worth it, you know, adding a song here and there kind of thing. But this is just good. As awful as it still is, it's good. It's poppy. It has it's pop rock. That's perfect, and that's perfect for anybody and everybody, no matter how cheesy and how stupid looking their suits are. It's good. It really is. So, you heard it from me. Do it. Do it wherever you can listen to your music. Okay. this was the fuck. I don't even know how many episodes in we are. Give me a second here, folks. Um. Oh shit. Oh, we are the. This is the end of 4. 4 with the Romantics. But be sure to check everything else out that we have on the channel. All the live music the live music recordings that we have from all the concerts that I've been to, and all the unboxings that I've done, and in the future, and blah blah blah. So, bye for now. See you in the next episode. Later, folks.